Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Nottingham Trent University here at the Westwood Sports Centre. We are nearly ready to go for a great game between Greenbank and West Bromwich Albion. I'm joined on commentary by Owen Swift. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you today?
I am very good. Excited for what's sure to be a good game. We'll look at Greenbank's squad first. Obviously, there'll be a notable difference between who's on that team sheet and who would have been on West Brom's team sheet last season. Marcus Harrison has made the brave switch between West Bromwich Albion and Greenbank. He'll be leading the line for Greenbank today. Their squad consists of Cody Taylor, Liam Ashton, Ellie Curran, Luke Kelly, Liam Fitzpatrick, of course, Marcus Harrison, and young superstar Jacob Book-Platt. West Bromwich Albion's squad is as follows. They start with Chris Gordon in goal, Matt Gilbert, Dylan Kelsall, Brad Bates. Then they have Ollie Rock, Barry Sinnell and Lucas Christa on their bench. So we are nearly ready to get underway here. What do you reckon the game plan will be for Marcus today?
Well, he knows this team inside out, doesn't he? So it's going to be maybe a little bit easier than when he plays another team that he's not quite clued up on. But it'll be an interesting game nonetheless.
100%. And so we are underway. Marcus Harrison drives forward down the left in a dribbling battle, which I think is going to be a common theme today. Nearly manages to get it through as well. Jacob Book-Platt takes the reins for a moment.
It's difficult because, as I said, Marcus knows this team inside out, but they know Marcus inside out as well. So it definitely will be a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be will have been the centre of a lot of pre-match conversation for West Bromwich Albion, who themselves have got a new signing in their side, Brad Bates, who made the switch from Aspire in the summer. He'll be one of the only players that can replace Marcus Harrison in terms of goal output. They were joint top goal scorers in the league last season. A kick in for West Bromwich Albion.
Greenbank have set up slightly similar to how they set up in the first half of every game yesterday, with Luke Kelly in goal and then Marcus in the middle. But it seemed more solid, but they lacked attacking options a little bit. Right, you need a good balance in the Premiership.
Yeah, they managed to get the lead against Aspire yesterday thanks to a moment of real individual brilliance from Marcus Harrison and superb goal from wide where he just spun and kissed that back post and went in. Dylan Kelsall, a player who I know a lot of people are excited about this season.
It's mainly the bumper, you can't really miss it, can you?
No.
Dylan, wow, that is bright.
Bright orange bumper, and also they've gone for matching trousers this year.
Yeah, seen that in the Fossils setup as well. Thought Colin Gordon looked very smart in his matching purple and navy trousers.
Yeah, Colin Gordon, a massive asset to the West Brom system. Here's Marcus Harrison.
Interesting tactic.
Just driving around and around the ball.
My dog does this before it gets comfortable and takes a seat in the living room.
I feel like we're going to have to riff a lot about dribbling today. You might hear some interesting analogies to describe the dogged determination of Marcus Harrison in the centre of the park. There's a chance there, potentially.
Ooh, 2-on-1. That's a daisy, 2-on-1 in West Brom's part.
Really no communication there between Matt Gilbert and Dylan Kelsall. Poor foul to give away. There's a ball from the adjacent court, comes flying over towards the commentary area. Marcus Harrison plays all the way back to Book-Platt, but that was not
I thought that was part of the set piece.
Me too, I thought it was a great routine, but obviously not. Fitzpatrick, Book-Platt, Gilbert. Marcus Harrison comes to meet him. Matt Gilbert, a big season for him as well. He was on the fringes a lot last year with Valentino Zegarelli and Marcus Harrison in the squad, but he's now one of those dependable players. He's got a lot of expectation on his shoulders this year. Ball goes out of play. That'll be a kick into West Bromwich Albion, who are yet to really get out of their own half. Greenbank doing very well to contain them.
I can't believe it's 11:30 already. And we've lost an hour. Well, gained an hour.
You'll be delighted to hear that it's actually 10:30.
Oh, is it? That's fine.
The clock.
I was thinking we're mega behind. What's going?
Owen wasn't being that silly though. The clocks in the Lee Western Sports Centre have yet to be changed.
I felt all jet lagged. Marcus Harrison dribbling it again amongst the West Brom box. It's been all down that side so far, Charlie.
Yeah, they're really struggling to get out so far, West Bromwich Albion. I'm sure they'll have a plan though, and that plan will involve bypassing Marcus Harrison and getting those wingers of Kelsall and Gilbert in behind. Or Bates, sorry. Jacob Buck-Platt. To take the corner. What can they fashion here, Greenbank? Harrison goes for the full spin. Now there's a chance on the counter. 2-on-1 against West Bromwich Albion. So again, their attempt to counter upon Greenbank is unsuccessful. Over on Corte, Newcastle take on Villa Rockets, two sides that have got good ambitions coming into this season. Both ambitions of challenging higher up the table than they have previously. Here is Jacob Buck-Platt into Marcus Harrison, skewed back into Buck-Platt, who does well to readjust. Kelsall now in that bright orange fluorescent bumper of his.
Only 13-year-old is Jacob, I believe.
Yeah, the game is getting so much younger.
Such a strong player as well for that age.
Neither Marcus Harrison or Chris Gordon were going to shirk that challenge, and it is the dividing wall between the two courts here at the Lee Western Sports Centre that feels the brunt of it. As Brad Bates now an opportunity on the counter-attack.
It's one of his first touches, and we're almost 7 minutes in, I believe, which West Brom won't be too impressed by that.
No, he's
definitely something that they can work on, and I imagine it won't be long till they get grips of this game.
yeah, struggling to impose himself so far, Brad Bates, but I guess he would have been expected to be playing a more isolated role in this one. Kelsall's been the more defensive of the two wingers so far. Here is Marcus Harrison. Battling with Kelsall. Kelsall gets the flick off of him. Chris Gordon tries to spin. Fitzpatrick tries to take it down the line, but it is a 2-on-1. Cheeky grin from Fitzpatrick. Gordon. Here's Dylan Kelsall. Marcus Harrison's there to block his spin. It is a... Talk to me about Marcus Harrison, Owen. It's a massive decision for his footballing career, isn't it, to make this move this season?
It is. It's a weird one, really, because, you know, last year at the awards ceremony, were you there? Yeah, it felt like he was up every 2 minutes when he made it on time. That is, when he eventually got there. He was late to the awards ceremony, but I suppose there's no better time to bow out of a team when you're finishing on a high. It's better than leaving on a low, I suppose. But for someone who's still got a lot of football in him, it's definitely an interesting one, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I think there will be a slightly sour taste in the mouth of Marcus Harrison, only because of the Champions League in Paris. Obviously, a
Mhm.
very controversial semi-final game between Aspire and West Bromwich Albion, in which Marcus Harrison was not allowed to play in that first half due to a failed speed test. Valentino Zegarelli was then sent off, and Marcus Harrison coming in at half-time was more of a crisis mission than anything. Here's Luke Kelly. Harrison. West Bromwich Albion just not able to quite get their passing play going yet. Gordon and Harrison, old friends, battling in the centre. Kick in for Greenbank. So 10 minutes gone almost.
A fast 10 minutes for a 0-0.
Yeah, it's been entertaining. I think for anybody who's really tactically interested in the sport as well, this is going to be a fascinating battle to see how West Brom try and break down a very pragmatic Greenbank side. But right now, if anything, you'd say it's been Greenbank that's been on the front foot the
Yeah.
most in this game.
Definitely the one that looked the most dangerous is Greenbank so far. It's 80% been in Greenbank's attacking half.
Here's Book-Platt. Challenging with does so well there, Jacob Book-Platt. To just round Dylan Kelsall. Still going, driving up and down that goal line. Fitzpatrick adjudged to have got too close.
I think the person in charge in the middle is always a big part of the game. Mark Harrison's got a lot of experience, so it makes sense for him to be in charge of a game like this, of this calibre.
Yeah, big time. I mean, we'll see some proper power chair footballing dark arts in this one, you'd think, and he knows all the tricks of the trade. Here's Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick tries to go for the full spin. Picked off in by Dylan Kelsall. Harrison sitting deeper to try and recover. Gilbert is rounded by Book-Platt again. He might have got round Gordon as well. Certainly gave Chris Gordon something to think about.
Such a great individual display by the number 30 for Greenbank. Like 40 maximum, what is it? I've got his date of birth here actually, but it's very small to see. He'll be just turning 14
soon,
in
yeah.
on Bonfire now, I believe. So the 13-year-old to be challenging Dylan Kelsall, Matt Gilbert, and Chris Gordon, to be getting round them and beating them is some feat itself.
Yeah, he was absolutely raved about in his time in the Championship last season as one of the players that were essential to the Greenbank promotion pushes. Now there's a chance for Brad Bates to do his trademark touch and spin.
It's not far away at all, that.
Nowhere near far away, but doesn't quite come off for Brad Bates. But that is his signature move, isn't it? The touch down the line, the full spin back, gets lots of power on it.
I have noticed he's still got his Aspire colours on his bumper though.
Yeah. A controversial move, but a move that seemed to suit him and his family as well. West Brom, such strong ties to West Brom, Brad Bates, both on a personal level as a supporter of the club, location-wise, used to play for them. It's a move that geographically makes sense.
That was a shock when I found out about that one.
I think for many people. Here's Marcus Harrison. Drives to the byline, then cuts back in. Gordon's not going to let him round that easily, but he's managed to find a little bit of separation there, Harrison. Now potentially a chance to counter, but
this is Harrison very more-esque from Marcus Harrison, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Sort of very French, get the ball, pushes hard and as ragged as you can.
Yeah, anybody who's not familiar with the power chair football scene, Momo Galami is one of the best power chair football players in the world. He plays for a French team, Upsilon. I got the pleasure of watching him for a week out in Paris at the Champions League, and he was just sensational. And he does a lot of what Marcus does, dribbling, getting the ball high, looking to win little flicks in the opposition penalty area. That will be the game plan for Greenbank. Question is, can West Brom break it down? And right now they look to be struggling slightly as Gordon looks to power through Bookplat, who doesn't give up easily, but in the end is beaten. But that is not...
I'm going to say that's surely gone out.
Yeah, not the pass that Brad Bates was looking for. Went out quite confidently. Bookplat, Harrison. Bookplat needs to cover again now. We'll just drive forward down the right-hand side. Harrison's filed in behind him as well as a line of defence. Good defence there, and Bookplat's intercepted it again, and he's again done Dylan Kelsall in the middle of the pitch.
He's having a fantastic individual game, is Jacob Bookplat.
Yeah, sensational performance so far from the teenage wonder kid. One of 3 very young players in the division. I think he's the 3rd youngest, which is the craziest thing, is at 13 he's still not the youngest player in the Premiership. Obviously Henry Barnard at Norwich is younger, and Ellie Curran as well.
Ooh, just narrowly off the post, but it did take a glimpse off Chris Gordon and out for a corner. But Greenbank again been the most dangerous side.
Really threatening, really threatening.
When you woke up this morning, did you think you'd see it going like this?
I didn't. I think Chris Gordon probably didn't as well, and that could. I wouldn't want to be in that half-time huddle. I'll say that. Here's Harrison. A chance at the back post for Fitzpatrick. Harrison again on the spin. Gilbert blocks now. Fitzpatrick again. Kelsall, Gordon. This is better. But both West Bromwich Albion players are on the same side. They're very interesting. Bates gets the last touch. Goal kick. But a lack of talking there is what Chris Gordon cites as the mix-up, because Kelsall was bombing down the left-hand side and looked up and saw Brad Bates ahead of him.
I must admit, I am a major fan of the matching trousers.
Yeah, it's definitely growing on me. Definitely growing on me. Kelly, Harrison, Kelsall. It will go to Bookplat. Gordon will just try and cut it off. Then play crossfield to Bates. Bates has had to drop deep. He can shepherd it down the line. Harrison will see it out.
That's a good hit from Brad Bates.
Yeah, just asking questions of Greenbank, and they can now try and pin Greenbank into this area. Gordon unhappy with the time that Bookplat and Harrison were taking together.
In the box will be given. That's unlucky.
Yeah, this is bad for Greenbank.
I think this could be where we see a goal.
Yeah, this is West Bromwich Albion's bread and butter. Set pieces in this area. If they can defend this, this is a big moment in the game. Gordon at the back post, lurking. Kelsall at the front post. Bates.
Great ball. Oh, it's a great save. A bit wider than Brad would have wanted. Oh, and Chris doesn't commit. He's too conservative there. He's gone back in order to defend, but lost the attack. That's the trouble when you push your goalkeeper up. Your goalkeeper's that much in a rush to get back because of the 2-on-1 that they'd have been better off possibly pushing Matt Gilbert up there.
Yeah.
And letting Chris Gordon sit at the back, but I think when things go a little bit wrong, it's Chris's initiative to take it upon himself to make it right, and that's sometimes a bit of a downfall.
Yeah, he wants to be the one as the captain and coach that drives his team up the court, but maybe should have sacrificed his positioning there for the sake of sustaining that attack, because now you can see Greenbank are back on the front foot with book flats.
How it's been for most of the game, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, this has been an unbelievable display from Greenbank
Yeah,
so
it really
far.
has.
Gutsy is, I think, the word that I'd use to describe it.
20 minutes to last, and and not even last, because we've seen teams, yes, come up from the Championship into the Premiership and defend for 20 minutes, and it be 0-0, and then maybe a team like the big ones, the big boys like Aspire, West Brom get us 1-0 victory, but we've not really seen a team in the from the Championship get promoted in the first weekend and take it to last year's champions.
Yeah, this is, I mean, an excellent performance by all accounts so far. I think West Brom will be shaking their heads going into half time, because they haven't reached the level that they know they can. Misplaced passes and an inability to transition quickly, but as we come into the final seconds of this half, it will 100% be Marcus Harrison's Greenbank side that will be the happier of the two, as Mark Harrison takes the look at his watch. It's just locked between Gordon and Harrison in the middle, and that is half time.
That is
So
half time.
Greenbank effectively holding West Bromwich Albion, but not even that, dominating this game, you'd say, in terms of territory and possession in the opposition half. West Bromwich Albion, we know the quality that they have. All it would take is one counter-attack, including their superb attacking players. But right now, it's Greenbank who are potentially in the driving seat, and definitely will be feeling the happier of the two.
It'll be easier for us next half, because hopefully all the action will be down this side.
Yes.
That'll be the aim. And it's been little for you to do on the app for
Yeah, I know.
putting goal scorers down. So win-win either way for us.
So it's half time in this one. We'll be back for the second half very shortly, but it ends so far Greenbank 0, West Bromwich Albion 0. Hello and welcome back to the Optegra Premiership. It is the second half of Greenbank versus West Bromwich Albion, last season's champions against newly promoted Greenbank, and right now it is the newly promoted side that are having all the joy in this one. West Bromwich Albion really struggling to break down a very robust defence from Greenbank. I'm joined again, of course, by Owen Swift. Owen, what do you reckon the aim for Greenbank is going into the second half?
Frustrate the hell out of West Bromwich Albion and get it. Well, I would have said frustrate them and get a lucky break, but it's been all Greenbank in the first half, which is a shock to me. I don't know if it is to you and others watching, but yeah, I think if their game plan is to frustrate West Brom, it's certainly going well.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's very hard to call against Greenbank, against West Bromwich Albion, ever in a prediction. But you could see this game as a potential banana skin. Marcus Harrison knows everything, the ins and outs of West Bromwich Albion's system. And he's using all of that knowledge. And he's obviously transferred that over as well. I know a player that was the subject of a lot of half-time discussion was Jacob Bookplatt. What a great first half he had. But I wonder what that West Bromwich Albion half-time team talk looked like. Does there's a bit of contact in the area?
It's always interesting when there's contact in the area. You just never know, do you? You just never know if the ref's going to pull it against or for.
Looks relatively mutual there. Here's Chris Gordon now. Fires it towards the back post. Blocked by Luke Kelly. Kelly again.
He's not had an awful lot to do, Luke Kelly. But that's often when it doesn't work in the favour. Oh, this is more the West Brom we know.
I would have liked to see Bates maybe have a shot there. Looked like it may have just opened up for him. But now it's Fitzpatrick. Liam Fitzpatrick on the counter-attack. He's one-on-one with Matt Gilbert. Gilbert does well just to slow him down, and Chris Gordon files in behind. Now it's Marcus Harrison. So West Bromwich Albion leaving themselves slightly open to the counter-attack here. Marcus Harrison takes it to the corner. Gordon playing the waiting game. Last touch comes off Marcus Harrison. It'll be a kick-in for West Bromwich Albion, which is not the worst-case scenario for Greenbank. They get to pin them into this corner potentially.
Can't believe that's not been given.
Yeah, that looked like
Marcus was definitely already there.
Stationary Marcus Harrison spun into, but the officiating team saw it a different way.
We respect that, don't we?
We respect it. They have a better view on the court than we do, sat here in the corner.
Oh, that was beautiful from Jacob there. He went for the pick-off, faked it, reversed, absolutely through Chris Gordon, and then took it down the side. Brilliant play.
Yeah, this is a really statement performance from Jacob Bookplatt about his arrival in the Premiership. There was a lot of hype about him following last season's championship campaign, and so far he's lived up to it in the Premiership as well, as Marcus Harrison tries to thrash it across, potentially out of...
It's just such a relief for Marcus when he sees Jacob there. He doesn't need to panic. He doesn't need to break his back to get back. He can just calmly, when he can, go around and get back in his own time.
And I think that's something something that maybe they were lacking yesterday, was the understanding between the two of them. As now a chance for Dylan Kelsall to drive forward. Harrison there, though, as you'd expect. Shepherds it out. And that is...
wrong way to do it, isn't it?
I think the third time in this game where two players have been so fiercely competing for a ball that they've hit the walls either side of the court. Contact between Harrison and Kelsall, given in favour of Marcus Harrison against West Bromwich Albion.
This is final warning, I believe, or first one. I can't quite lip read this far out.
Yeah, and I was speaking to head of referees Jeff Lewis. I think it might have been while we were in Paris, and he was saying that he hates it when commentators talk about warnings because we don't know what the ref's saying. So we won't read too much into that,
No.
but certainly a word from referee Mark Harrison
Stern
towards
word.
Dylan Kelsall. Yes,
Definitely a stern word. It's always a stern word from Mark.
Jacob Platt now looking to recover. Gordon's got around him. Now plays back to Kelsall, who spins towards the back post. Brad Bates with the strike. First one is saved by Kelly. That was really good goalkeeping.
Brilliant goalkeeping.
Now Book Platt takes a deft touch and then gets his body around it. Now Book Platt giving chase. Comes off the chair of Kelsall. Brad Bates looks to pick it off. Now towards Dylan Kelsall again. Luke Kelly plays straight into the path of Bates. Bates now inside the Greenbank penalty area. Well recovered by Harrison. Now a chance to counter-attack, potentially. Kelsall will just see this out. Kick in for Greenbank. And once again they survive a West Bromwich Albion attack.
I do feel like West Brom are going to grab this, at some point in this game. There's only less than 14 minutes left, but I do feel like West Brom could come away with 3 points, which will be crushing for Greenbank, but that's just my observation.
It does always feel like there is a sense of inevitability about the way that West Bromwich Albion play. Two on one, and this is another position that Greenbank really didn't want to find themselves in. They're having to defend an indirect free kick.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall as to what was said there between Chris Gordon and the referee, Mark Harrison.
Gordon. Kelsall. Well defended to begin with. Harrison, very well done by Marcus Harrison. Expert out on the right hand side. Just plays it off the back of the chair of Chris Gordon.
We could be about to see a new bogey team for West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah, I think a chance now at the back post for Brad Bates.
It's off the post. That had some venom on that. That is mega unlucky, or lucky from Greenbank's perspective, but never seen a ball hit the post quite like that before and ping out.
There's so much power there.
It's one of them where it could have even pinged in.
Bates again. Kelly equal to it once more. Now it's Bates. Kelly with the block. Book Platt now takes it away down the left-hand side. His chance
so well
to
keep that in.
bring it to Gordon.
And then
Fitzpatrick in this corner needs to be careful.
He's got round him almost twice there in quick succession.
But it definitely feels like West Bromwich Albion are in the ascendancy in this game.
There must be a slope down that side of the pitch, because last half it was all down there. This half it's all down there.
Yeah, something about kicking towards the scoreboard. Here's Marcus Harrison. He gets beaten in the dribble by Gordon for now, but recovers well, puts it out for a corner, and again these set pieces, it feels like West Bromwich Albion are growing, and this is where they're really dangerous. Kelsall. Gordon pokes it through, now it's Harrison. Still Marcus Harrison. Good strength from Harrison.
I wouldn't have said that was out, but from my angle, the referee stood right over it. So.
Yeah, marginal whether that ball went out. Greenbank kick in. Now a chance on the counter-attack again. Luke Kelly, well done, but still the threat is there. Gordon just played it into Bates.
See, that's where the experience comes into it, Jacob. Trying to play that pass that Chris is so good at thinking you've got the space, but you haven't. so it's no good playing that pass. But definitely the amount that I've learned in 24 hours from the first game yesterday against Teesside to now, there is so much promise going forward for the rest of the season. I'm not sure why.
They're going to
that was,
retake it for encroachment, I believe. Dylan Kelsall maybe got himself too involved too quickly. Not a good kick there. Potential chance. Harrison wins aside the kick in. We're into the final quarter of this game now. Greenbank certainly having to ride out a West Bromwich Albion storm, but maybe this will be their chance to bring themselves back into this game. It's Harrison, Gordon, Marcus Harrison, Dylan Kelsall, slaloms and knocks it round Marcus Harrison. Brad Bates has got to try and battle it away. Bates gets the separation he was looking for. Then there's contact between the two.
little bit of excessive force there from Marcus Harrison.
Yeah, just tries
Got
to
a bit
push
ahead
through.
of himself. Wouldn't be a match involving Marcus if Dave didn't get involved, would it? With his shouting from the sideline.
A very vocal supporter of his son is Dave Harrison, as Jacob Bookplatt does very well, reads it, nips in, causes West Bromwich Albion to have to rethink and go again. Gordon, don't know whether that was a dummy or whether he actually got caught in two minds himself, but another kick in for West Bromwich Albion will follow, and they're just edging slowly up this West Bromwich Albion, up this Greenbank left-hand side. As that's
I'd be disappointed with that. He doesn't look as stressed as Chris this season
no,
so far. But this is the first time I've watched them. So
and the little, you can see the frustration slowly beginning to creep in. A little swing and a flail of arm there from Gordon, following that last misplaced pass. And now it's Harrison. Contact between the two. Given against Marcus Harrison. Taken quickly as well. Chris Gordon was told to wait for the whistle by referee Mark Harrison. Would have been very controversial had that found the back of the goal. So 7 minutes remaining. Can West Bromwich Albion find their way through? It's Kelsall. Snapshot towards the front post. Kick in.
I believe it is a corner actually. I think there's a slight confusion between the sideline ref and Mark Harrison, the centre man.
Players seem to know what's going on though, as Harrison now.
That's the main thing. So as commentators who don't have a clue,
Yeah,
so far away.
living in our own little world up here in the commentary box, or down here should I say. Here's Luke Kelly to take this kick.
It's been one of the more enjoyable 0-0s so far.
Yeah, it's not been a drag, certainly. It's been an entertaining game where you feel like anything could happen. Here's Harrison now. Nice
That's very nice.
dribbling. He looks shattered, Marcus Harrison.
I feel shattered watching him.
Yeah,
I feel like I played a game myself.
he knows his team have to just hang on to 5 minutes before he gets a chance.
Now that's been spoke about at half time. That's brilliant from West Brom. They've noticed that Marcus likes a lot of time on the side down this corner. Chris has noticed that, and at half time he said whoever's in goal needs to go for it. However, they have mucked it up a little bit, giving away
Yeah, this
three in
is.
the box, which is quite a danger.
I'm sure that wasn't spoken about at half time.
No,
this,
I don't
this
think
three
that
in the
was
box.
quite the plan, but it's definitely been well noted from coach Chris Gordon, which is so difficult to note things in your head, keep them in your head, whilst playing and coaching. It's really difficult, so it's a good job from Chris, that is.
What's going on here? Because Dylan Kelsall has just come up and listened to the entire Greenbank tactical discussion.
That was cheeky. I didn't even see that. It was.
I mean, I think it's something that Marcus Harrison himself would appreciate, really.
Well, that is a Marcus Harrison tactic.
Here is Buckplatt. Harrison fires it towards
Tried
goal.
to get the follow through.
Buckplatt again. Marcus Harrison, a chance to spin and strike.
Look at the smile on his face.
Harrison, Gordon with words for Mark Harrison, the referee. This is again that strategy you were talking about, but Harrison has managed to make his way around the goalkeeper. But he has forced him inside, but he'll just go out to the other side and do it again.
See, he's tempting Chris to go out, but that could be a downfall.
Marcus Harrison, is that a goal?
It did roll. Set ball, not rolling. It was not rolling. The referee, Mark Harrison, has said that it's not been rolling. To me, I think that's the right call.
Yeah, it looks like they've made the right. I don't even actually know if it went in the goal.
No, I think that's the argument, you see. I think because the post had moved, it did roll, but it was already outside of the goal bounds.
Yeah, I don't think Marcus Harrison was quite strong enough, but that is a real warning sign for West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah, I'll get my words out. Matt Gilbert looks very stressed now after that wake-up call.
3 minutes as well left on the clock. It was about 6 when Marcus Harrison first brought the ball into the corner, so in terms of getting a point out of this game, they've done very well there, Greenbank, to waste some valuable minutes.
Really
but Platt is knocked.
It looks... Assistant ref Millie Bean did give that as a foul against West Brom, but
it's a suggestion though, isn't it? And I think Mark Harrison has picked his own threshold for contact within this game, and he'll try and stick to that as much as he can. As here's Harrison in the centre, in the corner. He's got Buckplatt in the centre should he need him, but I think he'll be happy to...
That'll be, I think that'll be How many times do you think he does this at training? How many hours has he wasted in the corner, do you reckon?
I don't know. I don't think they even need that big a venue to train in, to be honest.
No.
They need the corner
I
flag.
have been to the Greenbank venue of training twice, and it is the coldest place on earth. It's awful.
That really doesn't surprise me, actually.
It's awful. It's so cold.
Marcus Harrison now, with just 90 seconds or so on the clock, plus whatever Mark Harrison chooses to add. But you wouldn't think it'll be a massive amount.
Been no substitutions at all.
Marcus Harrison just trying to tempt Chris Gordon to come out of his goal. Gilbert and Gordon.
The one in the counter.
Trying to work
really
this ball.
one in the counter.
Very well done by Harrison again. Just keeps himself in there, keeps himself active in the play.
Every time he goes, you know, we were on 6 minutes, it went to 3. We were on 3 minutes, it's now just over 1 minute left. He's achieving exactly what he wants, Marcus Harrison. As far as individual performances go, it's been one I've not seen in a long time.
Yeah, this is an absolute masterclass from Greenbank. Frustration potentially coming out there. Harrison.
I hope they don't take out on Teesside later. Frustration.
Yeah, that's next up for West Bromwich Albion. They have a game off and then they're back in action. It's Teesside. They take on that. This is Marcus Harrison, Dave Harrison. Runs onto the pitch to assist him. Needs
Not the fastest sprinter I've seen in the world, but it was
no sort of
definitely.
ambles onto the court with a big cheeky grin on his face.
I like the Gatlin armrest that Marcus Harrison's got. I've only ever seen that on my chair, which it's interesting to see that it's on Marcus's. He drives it a lot better than what I drive mine though.
Harrison. Three in the box again. This is a potential chance for Greenbank. Now we're over the allotted 40 minutes. It's still 0-0. Greenbank may go for the throat here, but they have to be careful because there is a counter-attack.
They don't want to commit. I'm sure that they'll have something in the locker, but
yeah, there we go.
There it is. Yeah, they're just safety first. I can't blame them. A point from West Brom, from a newly promoted side. Absolutely magnificent.
Here's Harrison. We are.
What a game to commentate on.
The ball stays in play. Yeah, it's been fantastic. I will ask you for your man of the match after the game, but I don't sort of want to detract from the action right now because Gordon has a chance to counter. This may be his last of the game. Harrison keeps the ball. Now Marcus Harrison, one-on-one with Kelsall.
That's possibly a 2-on-1, but it's not given.
Forceful between Harrison and Kelsall.
Oh, I did wonder. They told Dylan Kelsall off.
Yellow card for Dylan Kelsall as well.
This will be going straight to the corner for a dribble masterclass that we've seen so many times this game. Oh, that's into the back of him. That'll be his last warning. We could see a red card.
Yeah, that would just add insult to an already fiery game here. But this is the chance for Greenbank now to just kill these final seconds. We've already played almost 2.5 minutes over the 40 minutes. Can't think of that many stoppages. Dribbles out for a goal kick, and they're going to let them take it as well. So this will be the last chance.
Deep into added on time.
Harrison, and there it is. It's full time.
That is it. What a brilliant 0-0 that is. It'll be a disappointment one. I think West Brom will disagree with me saying that it's a brilliant 0-0, but I've not seen
Testing, testing.